Hi guys, in today's review we'll be looking at something a little bit different from all my usual stuff, and this is a sitcom rail van from Dapol, and this is made in conjunction with Cali Station, if I have that correct. It's the only place you can buy this from. This cost me £25. There's no era to it, it's just a British sitcom van. The product code that I could see on the website is wagon-00-Dad-Jones. And if you've not guessed, this is the butcher's van livery from J.JONES in Dad's Army, and from here it looks wonderful. Side note, this does have the new coupler that Dapol designed recently to it. So yeah, if you want anything of this guy's artwork or work, I'll put a link down below in the description and I'll explain more at the end. So let's get into the video and see if it's any good. The packaging that the Jones van comes in is the standard Dapol packaging, which is a blue box with a plastic case inside, is the only way to describe it. But on this version you get a sleeve, and it's covered in all Dad's Army logos and where you can buy it from, which is www.buglycalistation.com. And like I said, it says it's 00. You've got Dapol on either side and the code for it as well. It's a very nice looking presentation box, if I'm honest with you. The sleeve is anyway. Like I said, inside it's a standard Dapol one. Very nice anyway. As we now move on to the front or the back of this covered van, depending on your preference. This does have the new styled Dapol coupling. As you can tell, it's not swinging any direction, it's centre, which is correct. We do have some separately applied metal unsprung buffers, because they're cold to touch, and they are black. The shanks themselves, I believe, are metal as well. The buffer beam itself is in black, it is plastic, and we have a hook moulded onto it as well. This is a covered van, or vent van, and the livery for the back or front is in plain white. It's the same as the NRM 2020 to 2021 van. So we have lots of rivets, I want to call it, or vents. And at the top we have a massive vent at the top as well. There's not really much to see around this side, but at least we have the new coupler already applied. As we now move on to the side of the van, both sides of this van are exactly the same. The main livery of the van is in white. We do have a white wood texture going on. And then we have the livery or branding of this van, which being Jones's from Dad's Army, is in the butcher livery of his van in the TV series. So we have J.JONES. We also have a symbol underneath that. Then along there we have 5 portholes that in the TV series they would stick their gun out to shoot. And it says Family Butcher, Warburton on Sea, and a few other details down there in blue. Some of the tampo printing close up does look a little bit nasty close up, but far away it looks wonderful. I do like this livery. As we move down now to the sole bar or chassis, again this is in plastic and it is in black. It's all moulded. We have a handle, some axles and springs, a handbrake. I think there's some places there for some plaques as well, and then we have the spoked metal wheels. There's a few rivets dotted around as well, but the livery overall is simply fantastic, if I'm honest with you. As we do a quick aerial view on top of this butcher's van, again we have the rain ducts at either end in different positions, so they're offset from each other. I'm guessing the doors would open if the doors could open on the model, but they don't, they were moulded on. We also have, it looks like, some vents at the top as well, and possibly in the centre a moulding mark, but it's not too bad. It's the same on all of my Dapol stuff, so I don't really mind it. And it's in a dark grey. And finally, as we do an underneath look at this covered van from Dad's Army, what I will say, I think I've said it before, this does have the new Dapol style NEM pocket coupler. There should be a clip now of the same van with the old coupler from the National Railway Museum, and as you can tell it's a very weak coupler. It doesn't come back, it just wobbles and it just stays flopped to the side, which is a nightmare to couple up to your stock. This is the new design and it looks more prototypical, or more of the standard that Bachmann and Hornby and Rapido are doing. And as you can see, this does come back to the centre, which is correct, and all the hooks are still attached, which is great. So it's been a redesign of that, is the main thing to the chassis. Failing that, we do have the screw still in the centre. We also have metal wheels as well. Everything on the bottom is one big moulding, apart from the new coupler obviously. And then we have Dapol made in the UK. I actually think it's made in Wales. but on the box it says made in the UK, on the chassis it says made in Wales. So not much difference between the old chassis and the new one that they've used for this Jones goods, just the coupler really. So next up will be the coupling test. So Dapol designed a new coupler, I thought I'd test it out. So we have a Rapido 10-ton South East and Chatham van. Then we have, I think it's a 10 or 20-ton Only Fools and Horses one. Just some fun, and we have two of the Joneses van in the centre. So here it goes. Let's see if we can do it, shall we? Look, it got stuck on the tracks there, I do apologise. Yeah, managed that pretty well. Hopefully this design from Dapol will last through all the other range, but that's pretty good. So yeah, that's the end of the review and the running session. Before I give my opinion, I'll do what I normally do and tell you what loco was pulling the train. And that was a Dapol LSWR B4 dock tank. Just before I give it a run out, matches the manufacturer of the Joneses good. In the rake of coach wagons, we had a Rapido one. We had a Hornby Trotters one. We had the Hornby Spring Waters from Trotter as well. And then we had a 6-wheel South East and Chatham, really just to match the first wagon, but also because the guy who made these, or got these commissioned, has a shop, and it's buglicallystation.com. I'll put a link down below. He does random stuff like Thomas Tanks, so he's got an Audrey wagon, he's got Mr. Porter, he's also got Low and Hardy, does figures, does bodies for locomotives and buildings, and a few other stuff, prints, t-shirts, that sort of stuff, and they're reasonably priced. So I'll put it down there if anyone's interested in the Joneses good or any of the other stuff. I know a few people like Thomas. So the price for this is I paid £25 each, which honestly I don't mind paying that price, especially when it's a limited edition or commissioned by a small shop, shall we say, instead of a big shop. There's nothing wrong in these at all. Okay, the chassis could do with an update or something like that, but at least we've got the proper NEM couplings now, and they seem to work perfectly with random couplers as it is. The Only Fools does have a big decoupler, and the Rapido has a small NEM one. No issues. I don't get angry trying to couple these like I would with my other Dapol stuff. It does give me faith to buy more Dapol stuff if they put this coupler on it. As for the van is wonderful. Delivery is perfect. Okay, granted, a bit close up when you're reviewing it, you can see a few bits where the tamper printing's missed, but it's only in the corners and stuff like that. The wheels are perfect, they run smooth, no issues. The couplings didn't derail any other locomotives or any other rolling stock by the looks of this, so that's a good. The £25, like I said, is a reasonable price, if I'm honest with you. Especially when he's doing it off his own back. It's not for a manufacturer, it's just them. You have to pay for the licenses as well, which do cost. And it is officially licensed Dad's Army stuff, and he has designed the box and I think slightly the livery on the van going by the back of this. It says artwork and design by Tom Marshall. That's the guy who runs BugleyCallyStation.com, and these are made in the UK as well, so it is going to be a little higher than it would be if it was made in China. That's a good thing about Dapol, they make stuff in the UK. So it ticks a few boxes for me. It's unusual, it's a sitcom, and it's different. That's basically it. I'm a big fan of these. Like I said, if you want to buy one of these or anything else he's got in his website, I'll put a link down below. I don't get anything from it, I'm just trying to help him out. Like I did with the Only Fools stuff, I tried to help the Only Fools and also Society to sell some of these. People like them that don't know they're out. So yeah, big thumbs up for me. I don't mind the price, it's great. Hopefully I will see you in the next one. Sorry I rambled, please take care and goodbye.